So you have 2,600 megabytes per second compared for 600 megabytes per second of Sony a7R Mark V. Hello guys, so today's vlog, join me as I dive into 15 reasons why you will choose the Canon R5 Mark II over the Sony a7R Mark V. So guys, before we dive into the 15 reasons why we'll choose the Canon R5 Mark II, if you're new to my channel, if you want this kind of content, please subscribe and hit the notification bell so at least you'll be updated for all the videos that I will upload regarding photo, video, tutorial, and comparison. So, before we'll dive in guys, first we will check regarding the release date and the price of these both cameras. So guys, the Canon R5 Mark II released last July 17 of 2024 with a price of $4,300 body only. And the Sony a7R Mark V released last October 26 of 2022. It's almost 2 years now with a price of $3,900 And this price gun again guys, this is the price of a local market or local shop in the US. So I base this price only in the that shop in the US. But again, that price will be depends on your local market. So yeah. Again, first before we dive into the 15 reason why we will choose the Canon R5 Mark II over the a7R Mark V. First, let's consider to check first the a7R Mark V. Why is more better to buy rather than Canon R5 Mark II. So first, we have Sony a7R Mark V. You have already gyroscopic stabilization, tilt and flip screen. So you have tilt and flip and di ba? So tilt and flip screen. And larger viewfinder which is 0.9 over compare for Canon R5 with 0.76 only. You have also bigger resolution. It's already 61 megapixel compared for 45 megapixel of the Canon R5. You have also higher resolution from the screen. It's already 2.360K dots compared for 2.100K dots of Canon R5 Mark II. Also, it's more lighter. It's 723 grams compared for 746 grams. Also, you have a good viewfinder resolution. It's 9,440K dots compared for 5,760K dots of Canon R5 Mark II. You have also focus mapping and insect tracking of the Sony a7R Mark V. So now guys, let's jump into the 15 reasons why the Canon R5 Mark II is better than the a7R Mark V. So, number 1, the stock sensor. This is already new sensor, stock sensor. They say it's less rolling shutter. Number 2, you have zero blackout viewfinder, so no blackout during continuous shooting. Number 3, waveform. This is monitor the brightness of your video. Number 4, you don't have crop in 8K 24p. So again, there's no crop at 8K 24p compared for the Sony which is 1.24x crop factor and in 4K 60p. In Canon, you don't have crop. There's no crop in 4K 60p. While Sony, there is 1.24 times or X factor crop in the Sony. So, yan. Okay, so number 5, you have pre-shooting buffer. Camera start to capture and buffer image before you press the shutter. Reason number 6, you have also eye control autofocus, which is similar with the Canon R3. Can control autofocus point with your eye. So, yan. Reason number 7, you have maximum native ISO. You have higher maximum native ISO, which is 51,000 over 51.200,000 compared for 32,000 of the Sony. Reason number 8, you have already more focusing points, which is 5,940 focusing points compared for 693 focusing points of Sony a7R Mark V. Reason number 10, you have more faster burst mode, continuous shooting burst mode. It's 30 frames burst mode compared for 10 frames burst mode of the Canon Sony a7R Mark V. Yeah, reason number 10, you have a more a better battery life. It consists 620 shots compared for 600 shots of Sony a7R Mark V. Reason number 11 is your maximum video resolution. It's 8K. 8K meaning equivalent for 8,192 by 4,320 compared for the Sony which is 7,680 by 4,320. And reason number 12, you have more maximum video frame rates at 8K. Again, this is 60p compared for 24p of Sony a7R Mark V. Now, reason number 13, you have top LCD screen. So, the top LCD screen, it's very useful while you are changing your settings from your camera, which is in the low situation like this. So, you can change easily. Ayan. Reason number 14, you have a maximum video bitrate. So, the video bitrate is 2,600 megabytes per second and compared for 600 megabytes per second. So, you need a bigger, higher quality of the memory card, CF Express Type B. And reason number 15 is the focus stacking. So, that is the 15th reason why you will choose the Canon R5 Mark II compare for the Sony a7R Mark V. And, but again, guys, they both share some similarity. They have similarity. The Canon R5 Mark II with the Sony a7R Mark V. They both have lens breathing correction, unlimited video recording. Again, depends on your memory card, CF Express or UHS 2, and your battery. Dedicated switch for video and still, or video and photo. Both camera have already dedicated switch for photo and video. Wireless and Bluetooth connection, censorship, image stabilization, fully articulated touchscreen with 3.20 inch screen, external flat hatch shoe, face detection focus, microphone and headphone port, weathered seal, time-lapse recording, AF bracketing, full-size HDMI port, focus bracketing, two storage slot UHS 2, CF Express Type B for Canon, and CF Express Type A for Sony. Smartphone remote, digital video stabilization, webcam function, anti-flicker, eye tracking focus, and vehicle tracking focus. And both camera, there's no pop-up filter. So I don't think bigger camera from Canon, Sony, Nikon, they don't have pop-up filter. So yan guys, that's the common or similarity between these two cameras. So again guys, for me, it's tough decision. But if you have more, if you want more megapixel, if you like pixel dinosaur camera, then 61 megapixel of the Sony is a good. If you are printing large size, but I think 45 megapixels is more than enough also. But again, guys, it's up to you guys. Either you are a Sony lover or you're Canon lover, it's up to you which you will choose. Either your Canon R5 or the Sony a7R Mark V. But for me, at the end of the day, I like both this camera, guys. If I have money, I would buy both this camera. But again, at the end of the day, it's up to you to decide if you love the look of the Canon or if you like the color of the Sony. Then, guys, it's up to you. I will leave it to you. Or if you want, you can comment to the comment section and choose which camera is the best for you. Canon R5 Mark II and the Sony or Sony a7R Mark V. So yeah guys, I think that's it for today's vlog. Hanggang dito na lang. Again, if you want to check the price and availability of these two products, Canon and Sony product, you can visit to our website, www.abworld.com. So yeah guys, thank you and thank you sa Holy Land for the Holy Land Larkmax. Thank you and Holy Land Larkmax M2. So yan, hanggang dito na lang. Thank you and mabuhay.